What's up guys? So for today, I'm going to tackle about the Article 11 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution, which is the accountability of public officers. So to finally start, let us know first, what is accountability? So accountability is taking or being assigned responsibility for something that you have done or something you are supposed to do. It is also an obligation or willingness to accept responsibility or to account for one's actions. So in this article, there are 18 sections. Yes, you heard it right, 18 sections. So let's talk about first the section 1. So it states there that the public office is a public trust. Public officers and employees must at all times be accountable to the people, serve them with utmost responsibility, integrity, loyalty, and efficiency, act with patriotism and justice, and lead modest lives. So unsa man jud ning public office? So public office is an office created by a constitution or legislative act having a definite tenure involving the power to carry out some governmental function. So ginatawag ni siya nga public trust tungod kay the government has trusted these officers and employees with their positions. Maong dapat lang jud nga moalagad sila sa katawhan uban ang mga labing dako nga mga responsibilidad nga adunay integridad, pagkamaunungon ug kaepektibo for us to have a better nation. Next to that would be the section 2. The President, the Vice President, the members of the Supreme Court, the members of the Constitutional Commissions, and the Ombudsman may be removed from office on impeachment for and conviction of culpable violation of the Constitution, treason, bribery, graft and corruption, other high crimes, or betrayal of public trust. All other public officers and employees may be removed from office as provided by law, but not by impeachment. So Section 2 means that the officers and employees that are mentioned kay pwede sila nga matangtang sa ilang mga katungdanan kung ilang makumit ang mga butang sama sa treason or pagbudhi, bribery or paghip-hip ug ang graft and corruption. Unya ang ubang officers and employees mamahimong matangtang sa ilang katungdanan base sa balaod pero dili pinaagi sa impeachment. So unsa man din ang impeachment? So ang impeachment is a process by which a legislative body or other legally constituted tribunal initiates charges against a public official for misconduct. Now let's talk about the section 3. It states that the House of Representatives shall have the exclusive power to initiate all cases of impeachment. So I'll show you how impeachment works in the Philippines.
The impeachment process starts at the House of Representatives, where a complaint should be filed. Any congressman or at least 1/3 of all House members can initiate an impeachment complaint. Any citizen may also file a complaint, which should be endorsed by a House member. The complaint should be filed with the Office of the Secretary General of the House, which would then be referred to the Speaker. Within 10 session days from receipt, the Speaker should include the complaint in the House's order of business. Within 3 session days after inclusion, the complaint should be referred to the House Committee on Justice. The committee then conducts hearings to see if the impeachment complaint is sufficient in form and substance. Within 60 session days from referral, the Justice Committee should submit a report and its formal resolution to the House plenary. If the committee finds the complaint insufficient in form and substance, or determines there is no probable cause, the complaint is dismissed. A new complaint cannot be filed against the same official in the same year. Otherwise, the Justice Committee would set the articles of impeachment. The House then votes on the complaint. At least 1/3 of all House members is needed to endorse the complaint to the Senate. A full-blown trial begins, with the Senate sitting as the impeachment court. At least a 2/3 vote of Senate members is needed to convict an official, according to the articles of impeachment. The impeached official is then removed from office.
So that's how impeachment works in the Philippines. Now let's move to Section 4. The present anti-graft court, known as the Sandigan Bayan, shall continue to function and exercise its jurisdiction as now or hereafter may be provided by law. So ang role aning Sandigan Bayan o SB kay sila mao ang muhukom sa mga kasong kriminal ug sibil batok sa mga opisyal ug empleyado sa gobyerno nga gikasuhan sa graft and corruption ug susamang mga kalapasan. So the Sandigan Bayan consists of a presiding justice and 20 associate justices. So Sandigan Bayan shall exercise their jurisdiction, which is the official power to make legal decisions and judgments. So if you don't mind me sharing, the type of jurisdiction that the SB has is the exclusive appellate jurisdiction. Now we'll move to Section 5. It states that there is hereby created the independent office of the Ombudsman composed of the Ombudsman to be known as Tanod Bayan, one overall deputy and at least one deputy each for Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. A separate deputy for the military establishment may likewise be appointed. So the Ombudsman of the Philippines, also known as Tanod Bayan ng Pilipinas, is an ombudsman responsible for investigating and prosecuting Philippine government officials accused of crimes, especially graft and corruption. So, ang ombudsman sa Pilipinas is si Samuel Reyes Martires. Unya, ang mga deputy ombudsman kay sila si Cornelio Alsumido for Luzon, Paul Elmer M. Clemente for Visayas, and Rodolfo M. Elman for Mindanao. Next to that would be the Section 6. It states that the officials and employees of the office of the Ombudsman, other than the deputies, shall be appointed by the Ombudsman according to the Civil Service Law. So it's pretty straightforward, but to give you a small background or a better understanding, we can refer to the Republic Act number 2260 or the Civil Service Act of 1959. So the general purpose of this act is to ensure and promote constitutional mandates regarding appointments only according to merit and fitness, ug ang paghatag sulod sa serbisyo publiko ug progresibong sistema ug personal nga administrasyon aron masiguro ang pagmintinar sa usa ka honest, efficient, progressive, and courteous civil service diri sa Pilipinas. Now let's talk about the Section 7 of the article. So the existing Tanod Bayan shall hereafter be known as the Office of the Special Prosecutor. It shall continue to function and exercise its powers as now or hereafter may be provided by law, except those conferred on the office of the Ombudsman created under this Constitution. So ang function sa Office of the Special Prosecutor is to serve as an independent investigating and prosecution body to make inquiries into corruption, bribery, or other criminal cases at the national level, whether they be in public or private sector. Now we'll move to Section 8. So it states that the Ombudsman and his deputies should be natural-born citizens of the Philippines and at the time of their appointment, at least 40 years old of recognized probity and independence and members of the Philippine Bar and must not have been candidates for any elective office in the immediately preceding election. The Ombudsman must have for 10 years or more been a judge or engaged in the practice of law in the Philippines. So to be an Ombudsman and to be a deputy, you should have the qualifications that been mentioned. So para mahimong member sa Philippine Bar, kinahanglan nga makapasar sa bar exam nga ginahimo sa Supreme Court. So komplikado ni nga exam nga kinahanglan jud gamitan og hait nga pangutok. Now the Section 9. So it states that the Ombudsman and his deputies shall be appointed by the President from a list of at least 6 nominees prepared by the Judicial and Bar Council, and from a list of 3 nominees for every vacancy thereafter. Such appointments shall require no confirmation. All vacancies shall be filled within 3 months after they occur. So pananglitan magpili og secretary ang president, dili na kinahanglan tagsa-tagsaon ang mga nominees since they are all qualified naman already. So unya ang Judicial and Bar Council sad maoy mismo nagpili ug nag-andam ani nila. Let me tell you about Section 10. So it states that the Ombudsman and his deputies shall have the rank of chairman and members, respectively, of the constitutional commissions, and they shall receive the same salary, which shall not decrease during the term of office. So unsa man dining constitutional commissions? So it is a commission created by the 1987 Constitution. So these are the governmental bodies that are independent of the three main branches of government. So these are the Civil Service Commission, Commission on Elections, and Commission on Audit. I think that will be all my report. Thank you for listening.